basically bullying my daughter.
She told me I was her best friend, but didn't put me in her wedding party.
I'm a kid for you, baby.
Yeah.
Like, it's really not by force to be friends with somebody. I know.
But it's like, I feel like the best way to preach Jesus is to be an example of that.
High school. When you go back and ask her, she'll say,
This was in high
school.
That's not a me problem. Some people don't like that. They feel like.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm with a few of my friends. We're going to be reading some friendship breakup stories on Reddit and we're going to be giving our 2 cents. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves, then we can start.
All right.
Okay, hey guys, my name is Uzona and I'm also a YouTuber, so check out my page.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but that's my name.
Okay, my name is Oyin Brandy. I'm a lifestyle creator based in Ottawa. I'm also a YouTuber, Oyin Brandy, so follow me across all platforms.
Alright, my name is Tofumi and I am also a content creator and a YouTuber also. Yeah, my YouTube channel's name is Tofumi Oe. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, funny enough, all of them are married and I have a few marriage related content. So I feel like this is very good team to answer these questions.
Okay.
The first one, let's start soft. The first one is actually, it's not soft, this is kind of scary. I was friends with this girl for 2 years and I told her about the guy in our school that sexually assaulted me. She told him my number and where I lived.
What?
Grounds for breakup immediately. Do you know, I'm going to call the police on you and put a restraining order on you.
On the friend, right?
Yeah.
First of all, that is not your friend.
Yeah, that is not funny.
That is not your friend. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't love you. In fact, she means the worst for you.
Why would that be funny? I don't get, in any world,
no.
What is the reason?
It's given, I told you this information and you were waiting for the right time to
use it against me.
Immediately
no.
That's unfair.
You can't do that.
Yeah, so we're going to be rating the story. So we're going to decide if this is something we can fix. This is unrepairable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, unrepairable. Or whatever opinions we have. But this is a no for me.
No,
absolutely not repairable.
No fix.
Immediately no. The next one is, I went through a breakup about a month ago. My friend had a problem with me remaining friends with people she no longer liked. These people have done nothing to her. She just decided they weren't her kind of people. She got mad at me for not feeling the same. It's kind of long, but this is the gist of it.
Okay, so your friend is mad at you because you remain friends with people she didn't like anymore.
Yes.
Why does she like them?
Because they're not the kind of people. I don't know what that means, but maybe, I don't know, vibe.
You guys know that some people are of the opinion that you must inherit my beef.
Yeah.
So your friend's enemy is automatically your enemy. Basically.
Some people have that opinion, and for me,
I feel like it depends.
Yes,
on me.
that's what I was going to say, right? I am in between, right? If on a normal day I didn't have any mutual, if I wasn't close to you in any way, no form, and then you do something very, very, very bad to my friend, that would just give me more reasons not to be close to you.
Yeah.
But if we were friends, right, and then you do something terrible to our mutual friend, I think I would reduce how much I speak to you, but to cut you off fully, no, because I will still hold on to
the experience.
How about if your friend is actually wrong and you're still not close to that person? Say I do something brandy, right? And Tofumi is not really friends with me, but it's your fault. Right? Will Tofumi stop talking to me because you are mad at me, even though
I'm the one that's at fault? Okay, I see what you mean. And that's why I said it depends, right? I have to weigh the scenarios. What exactly happened? I'm not just going to be cutting people off just because you say you don't like them.
Yeah.
But if I see a trait in that person that is actually a trait that is not good, or a trait that could eventually in the future affect me, you're able to do something like that to me, I might step back from the friendship.
And also, Ella, just the reason why I will still pick Oyin's POV is because I'm never going to hear your POV, right? Because I'm not close to Ella. There's no way I I would have that opportunity to have that conversation with Ella, to have that like
Closure.
To get the other side of the
Yes.
story.
But would you tell Brandy she's wrong?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if based on what Brandy
You
is
will,
saying,
right?
you know, some people will paint the situation where you would never see Brandy's wrong. I would only
Okay,
see
okay,
Ella's
yeah.
wrong.
That
So
makes
I'm talking
sense.
from POV of how Brandy tells me the story, and it's only Ella's wrong I am seeing.
Yeah,
But
that makes
if
sense.
I am seeing, if you tell me the story how it happened, then I'll tell Brandy. the
Yeah,
truth
that
for
makes
sure.
sense. That makes sense. You have to wait. You have to
Yeah.
see where. Yeah.
Yeah, because being a good friend, part of being a good friend is holding your friend accountable.
Yup.
Yes.
And actually, like, not being responsible for, but being invested in their growth. So if you see them acting in a way that is not good and you don't tell them, or at least for me, I have to question your friendship.
The next question is, went on a mini vacay with my best friend in 2021 to New Jersey. She brought her 8-year-old son. I brought my 4-year-old daughter. Her son was so disrespectful, swearing, nasty attitude, and so mean to my daughter the whole trip. The last straw was on the morning of the third day. He ripped a box of cereal out of my daughter's hand. She started crying and he slapped her across her head. I tried disciplining him and my friend blew up at me and proceeded to defend her son, as she called my daughter a whiny baby. We started arguing. I packed our bags and said we're leaving. I drove 4 hours home without saying a word to her or her son. Got to my house, threw her bags on her front lawn and peeled out of her driveway.
Yeah?
Brandy just had a baby, so I think this is
How
funny.
What?
Not fixable.
At all, from both ends.
Yeah.
I stand 100% with the lady with the daughter. First of all, my daughter is 4. She's half the age of your son. Your son has
He's
been
a
basically
bully.
bullying my daughter.
He's a bully.
And I tried to discipline him. First of all, why are you not even being the one doing the disciplining?
Because he has been bullying us since the first day
Yes,
of the
that's
trip.
true.
And for the mother to do that, I think that was her last.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the last straw. Exactly. And that's just to say the kind of person that your friend is as well. I wouldn't see my child acting naughty to Uzoma's child or Tofumi's child, and I wouldn't call them out immediately.
Even to a stranger, just
Yeah.
like manners.
Yes.
No.
Just simple
Some
manners.
people don't understand home training.
No.
Nah.
So that's why
Discipline is necessary
And
at
I
that
don't
point.
like people that want to react based on my reaction. Like she would have definitely not done that to her son if,
The mom already had
Yes.
been disciplining him.
like, obviously you were not disciplining, and that was my last resort. Now you are crying. You're not calling my baby
A whiny baby. She's 4.
Yeah, the whiny mother.
She's just 4.
And even if she's a whiny baby, she's allowed to be. She's 4.
She's 4.
Yeah.
Yes,
And your
He's a
son is a
bully.
bully.
Exactly.
Bye.
And it's the fact that the son was able to comfortably do that in front of their
Parents,
mom. It just,
adults.
yeah.
It shows the training.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not
So
fixable.
yeah, this is a no, please. The next one is, I asked him to be a groomsman in my wedding. He turned it down because he had other plans to attend a wedding of another friend. I don't understand
Another
this.
friend of his the
following
following
Day. So it wasn't the same day.
No.
No.
Okay. Apparently, this other day he had sorry guys, I'm tired. This other friend he had known for months, and me and my friend had been best friends throughout high school. I just stopped reaching out to him after that, and thus we have not spoken since that time. It's weird, but I guess I just wasn't cool enough to him anymore or something.
Oh wow, his other
like-
friends
Yeah.
he's known for just months.
And
Yeah.
And
And it wasn't even on the same day. Like,
Yeah.
I
He
feel
could
like
have made it work.
so with these things, sometimes there are like
2 sides to a
two
story.
sides to a story. Because on one hand, like longevity of a friendship is not everything.
Yes.
And
Right.
I also think that this friend that was getting, this friend that decided to go to a different person's wedding had checked out of that friendship a long time ago. So it was a case of like, you think you're friends, you're closer than you are to someone, and they don't see it that way. It's just kind of unfortunate, but also like, you know, they should have done well to at least communicate. But then you could also argue that what if they didn't really see that their friendship like that
Yeah.
to the point where, you know, somebody would even be upset that you cannot make it to their wedding. Maybe they just didn't think they were that close.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
but I feel like he said he told him, because I'm assuming, how did he know he was going to the other friend's wedding?
Maybe from
Wedding.
another person.
Oh,
So true.
That's sad. I feel like if it gets to the point where you assume a certain place in someone's life and actions clearly show you that you don't have that importance, you just have to act accordingly. I won't block you and do all of that, but like I'll just act accordingly because actions speak louder than words, in my opinion. So
you're absolutely right.
find new friends, friend. Okay, so the next question is
go for it.
the friend found Jesus. That puts a strain on the friendship because finding Jesus apparently means you have to try to convince everyone else to find him too, repeatedly.
This is a good one.
This is interesting.
This is a good one because I've recently had to deal with, not in my personal life, but mentor someone who is trying to develop a stronger relationship with God, but isn't feeling the same energy from people around. Like really
can be
bad.
very lonely actually.
Yeah.
But this is the person on the receiving end.
This is the person on the receiving end.
Okay.
Some people, I feel like there are ways you can preach to people about Jesus than just like going for it, right? There's I'm not saying we shouldn't evangelize, please. Like if you want to evangelize and all of that, but some days some people would rather eat step by step, right? Where like maybe your actions or just maybe inviting them to church here and there or doing this. But one thing I realize also is that some people do not just like the concept of God. I don't know if concept is the right word to use there. This person now, if you go and ask, how did your friend preach Jesus to you? You can just like, oh, my friend was always telling me to come to church, blah 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 blah, and I really didn't like it.
I agree with
Go ahead.
I agree with what she's saying a lot. Like I feel like the best way to preach Jesus is to be an example of that. And from what it sounded like, they were living in the world and now you have found Jesus, and it's like now you're trying to bring me on because now you found Jesus. I feel like the best way to preach that is to be so clear, like let the change that you've experienced with God be so clear that like basically be a light that the person will be so curious. Do you get what I mean? Because now it's like, bruh, I used to maybe smoke whatever with you, now you're telling me all of these things. So now you can just live a life where it's like you are, I don't know, actively living the word of God, and then the person will be curious. It might happen like that, it might not happen like that, but even like I listened to someone about from Joshua Selman, and he was basically saying that like sometimes you are not the one to bring the person to Christ, you are just there to sow a seed.
Right? That's right.
So
another person might water
exactly, and then it will go. So I just feel like because now you've scarred the person. Now every time the person thinks about Jesus and all of that, the person thinks coercion and force. I just feel like just be an example, the example that you want of him. Just be that to the person.
I hear you guys 100%, but I want to also play devil's advocate here.
I said they should evangelize.
Yeah,
like,
not even
right.
that.
Yeah.
And I spoke to you about the mentorship that I had recently. This person was in no way shoving Christianity down the other person's throats. All this person will be saying is personal things to them, like, oh, God did help me through this.
Do not like it.
Yeah, God helped me through this, or oh, if I bring the situation to you and I'm just like, honestly, just pray about it or speak to God about it. Some people don't like that. They feel like you are unreachable because your entire life is now God-centered. That's not a me problem. That's you know what, like some people, like I'm not saying you're shoving Christianity down their throat. Some people just don't want to hear that you are thriving. And that's also a spirit. That's a spirit that needs to be tackled. They don't want to see that your light is bright. It's easier to say, or be a light that they can see. Being a light that they can see means that everything around you is God-centered. In your conversations, you're speaking about God. In the way that you are living God. I'm not necessarily saying that, oh, come and give your life to Christ, but God is my entirety. And that has to show forth. If that's not okay with you, like, I'm okay with us not being friends if that's what you want. It's not what I want. Clearly, it's not what the Jesus friend wants. Yeah. But you're not comfortable with them anymore. So it kind of goes both ways. What do you say, Uzama?
I really agree with what you said, Brandy. It's one of those things where you just like, you come to crossroads and it's like, you know,
do?
it's not by force actually.
Yeah.
Like it's really not by force to be friends with somebody. I know it can feel like
It's
great,
sad,
right?
yeah.
Like when you've had a friendship with someone that's been thriving, and all of a sudden it's like
because of your
you've
faith,
lost
something you hold dear,
yeah.
you're losing someone that you also hold dear.
And I love what you said, Brandy, about that unreachable thing. I think that's like the biggest thing that has jumped out to me. What you said, like you feel like your friend is unreachable because they have now found Jesus, and I feel like honestly that's something even for us Christians to guard against. As much as we will not like compromise our faith, and we will not stop believing what we believe or talking about it, it's also important to like make yourself reachable to your friend, be empathetic, listen to them, all that kind of stuff, so that they
Meet
don't
people
think
at the grassroots.
yeah, exactly. So that they don't think that you're just here to push an agenda on them and you don't actually care. Like
So
you
good.
always say, no one cares what you have to say if they don't think that you care for them. So it's like show that you care, and then maybe know where you are.
That's so good.
I also feel like sometimes people connect with people on different levels. Some people, they only connect with people because they do a certain thing, right?
Together.
So now that there's no
That
that
connection
there,
is not
exactly. So you should discern like what is it that is really the problem, because the person seems very angry. It's not that deep. So yeah, honestly, pray about it. And I mean the friendship already ended, so but I would pray about it. Okay, so the next question is, she married my ex. To be clear, this was a boy I dated for 2 months in high school.
Girl, 2 months high school, bye.
They were well in their 30s when they got together.
Okay.
I couldn't have given a was happy for them even. He however apparently has hated me ever since we broke up in the 10th grade and pushed me right out of her life.
Aww.
It would have made me sad if it wasn't so pathetically hilarious. You think a 2 months relationship is worth?
It doesn't count.
No.
10th grade.
2 months in 10th grade doesn't count. But if it was a 2-month relationship where the person actually hurt you real bad and you were down bad and everything, maybe in that case, like you have a case. But high school,
Apparently she hurt him.
yeah, exactly. Based on this, she hurt him. He doesn't like her, and he pushed her out of the friend's
She's
life.
not serious.
That's a bit sad. The part of her being pushed out of her friend's life, though, is sad.
that's sad for sure.
But
That's sad
girl,
for sure.
this is nothing to compare.
But then the way she, like the wording and everything, it
Look,
sounds like she
packaging
doesn't
it.
care. Or maybe people,
LOL.
exactly. But also people like, that's how they deal with their pain. They use humor and act like they don't care.
They don't
so
care.
maybe. But yeah, I don't know. It's like there's nothing that you can do anyway. So this is.
I think this is fixable. Well, since our husband doesn't like her,
There's nothing to fix.
Yeah.
It's okay, just let it go.
But I mean, if you're here writing this on Reddit, you obviously care.
yeah.
Aww.
But sorry.
Sad.
Maybe I find a way to apologize to my husband, and maybe everyone can move past this situation.
Yeah.
That's another way to look at it. But yeah.
Exactly. Got a girlfriend, so less time for me. After a few years, I got home and saw them moving stuff out. We lived in the same apartment, different floor. They never said anything to me at all, no hints. They just left, not even a card or an invitation. That was the end of the friendship.
You know what? Hearing this over is giving me a different insight.
Okay.
It says after a few years, so meaning that you already had a girlfriend, so
Yes.
less time for you. But later, he now moved out of the apartment building that all three of you lived in.
Yeah.
And he or she didn't say anything.
Yeah, and the guy
Both
never.
of them moved out.
Yeah,
Okay.
the guy and his girlfriend moved out,
Yeah.
but they never told you that they were moving or whatever.
Yeah.
Something was already deteriorating in
Yeah.
that friendship
Yeah.
before then.
Yeah.
After a few years, are you sure the guy still considers you his friend?
Friend,
Maybe
exactly. And I don't know, it doesn't say you did anything. Like, because if you notice something is changing and you waited for it to get to this point,
Why didn't you
No.
try to work on it before?
Yo.
Moving out is probably the last straw for them.
Yeah, but I don't even think anything was wrong per se. I think the fact that she's saying no or he, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's a girl because the way she said no time for
me, yes.
That just makes me feel like if this person like
Yeah.
had feelings for this guy that
Yeah.
has now moved out. Because why do you? I mean, I guess it's your friend, right? So
Right.
it matters whether they have time for you or
Yeah.
not. But how much does it really matter? Like if they are a guy that they're in a relationship. So why is that the person you want attention and time from?
Last one.
Okay.
She told me I was her best friend, but didn't put me in her wedding party. But continued to. She told me she was her best friend. That always
Why are you being told?
But didn't put me in her wedding party. But continued to ask me for wedding styling advice for her bridesmaid. It all stank, but I got over it. She also told me she needed me at her bachelorette, and I was helping her brainstorm ideas. Okay, so lying. We talked daily. One morning, we talked like normal, and that evening I saw posts of her on her bachelorette. We'd been friends since high school. She had a girl she'd only known for 6 months on the trip with her. Her response when I asked about it, "Oh, someone surprised me with it. Sorry, I'm upset." Blog her and haven't looked back. And I've been a bridesmaid for better friends multiple times since. Smiley.
Honestly, she wasn't truly your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already made a decision.
I feel like a lot of these high school friendships, right? Some ended, and some people still.
Some people are just holding on to whatever is there.
Yeah.
Like, drop the sentiment and let's be serious with each other, to be honest. Because if I know some of my friends from high school, some of might really like still appreciate the friendship and keep saying, "Oh, I've been friends with her for 12 years now." I mean, I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's my acquaintance, blah 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 blah."
But she told her she was her best friend.
In high school, when you go back and ask her, she'll say,
This was in high
school. This was
No, but you know what kills me? She said she told me she needed help at her bachelorette, and I was helping her. So why would you lie that you want her there? And they spoke in the morning.
She was
Yeah, she knows.
And also, maybe she didn't have anyone available. You know, there are some friends that are like, "Oh my God, I'm always available when you need help during this wedding planning process. I know how stressful."
But you don't have to lie that you'll be there.
She took advantage of her. She lied to her. She played with her emotions.
Brandy, you're counting so many sins on that.
And why couldn't she ask the 6 months friendship to do all of that? If
Maybe she's a bushy friend.
And let's even say she's not lying and someone genuinely surprised her with this bachelorette party. That means that people know that this person doesn't know
because they would have invited you.
Because you would have been invited.
Yes.
She never cared for you,
Life,
baby.
oh God.
Yeah.
She never cared for you, baby.
I'm sorry. I don't think this is one. I think it's a one-sided friendship,
Yes,
and
for
I'm
sure.
glad that you got to be bridesmaid in that wedding. Better friends. It sounds very painful, but yeah, good for you. Anyways, we're all done with this video. Make sure to check all their channels. I'm going to link them down. Let me know your thoughts as well, because we don't have all the answers.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Yes. So see you on the next video.
Bye.